What's up, Dragon Ball fam? It's your boy Eddie Sandler coming at you live today with another video. Today we are going to talk about the Dragon Ball Super Card Game Championship 2022 Zenkai Cup. This has been an event that we all knew were coming, but we didn't know the details, right? And we couldn't really tell you guys the details until it was out. So now that it's out, we can finally delve into it and then tell you guys what's going on. The very first thing you guys are probably asking yourself is like, hey, what's going on? Where are these events happening? Because it's just an event. You have to be quiet, beautiful. That is recording. Thank you. So we got Play TCG in Texas on November 5th, Saturday, November 5th, and the next two events are going to be on a Sunday, so please be sure to know that. If you're trying to fly out to these events, it's actually cheaper when events are on Sunday, because when you fly out on Saturday, it's a lot cheaper than flying out on Friday. Just a heads up for those people who want to travel. So we have Core TCG on Sunday, November 13th, as well as we have Pro Play Games on Sunday, November 20th. Now, you guys are probably asking yourself, dang, why should I go to these events, right? It's so close to Nats. What is the pricing like? So, next thing we're going to go over is the prize list. Just for participation, you get 4 items, I guess you can say that, right? 4 items. So, you get a participation card times 1. You get one 2022 Championship Volume 3 pack, and you have 2, not 1, but 2 Zenkai Series pack. Now we're probably asking ourselves, what in the world is this participation card, and what in the world is this Zenkai pack, right? Because we know what the 2022 Championship Volume 3 cards are. It's the one with the King Cole card, Goten, Trunks, as well as the Goku 8, which actually I think makes that deck more viable than it was. And those cards, we already know those cards. But before we get into that, let's get into the top cut pricing. So top cut pricing is going to go to top 64 players, which is really, really good. Top 64 players for an exclusive card in an exclusive series. So you really, realistically speaking, are going to get some kind of value back, some kind of money back. I'm sorry, I mean, you can't press these kind of so beautiful. All right, so top 64, you get a top 64 card. Top 32, I'm gonna guess you're gonna get 2 because you're gonna get both top 64 as well as top 32. Top 8, you're gonna get everything pretty much and going to the championship card, right? So if you're the champion, you're gonna get the champion card, top 2, top 4, top 8, top 32, and top 64 cards. So you'll be set. So here are the championship pack 2022 volume 3 cards. These are the cards that we already know, as well as we have a new pack, the Zenkai Series pack. So for the Zenkai Series pack, we look at it, it's going to be a combination of cards that we have currently, I guess, that are promos, as well as cards that were announced in the Zenkai set. For instance, we know for a fact the Android 18 already got announced, but it's going to get, I guess the best way we could look at these are like the event packs, where last time this happened was, I think, for U7 Goku, when you had that Vegeta, right? The Vegeta came in the set itself as well as coming in an event pack. So really, really cool that we're going to get not 1 but 2 of these packs, because it's 1 card per pack. So the participation card that everyone's probably asking about is going to be the Z Battle card, the Frieza Resurrected Ambition. So really, really cool. 1 second, let me give a mirror to her mom because she's going crazy. Then we have the top 64 card. Top 64 cards, really, really cool. We have the Cell board wipe. The ruling got announced today. You can't absorb Z Battle cards. We should all knew that just by reading what Z Battle cards do when they leave the field. So that was really, really cool. Top 32, we're going to have the Bardock Inherited Might. Super, super cool for the Bardock deck. Wish, once again, that deck had access to barrier. Hopefully next set it will, or future sets it will. Then it'll be really, really good. Now you guys are going to say, Eddie, Oxygen is a barrier. But that's a video for another day. Because we need an in-theme barrier giver, I guess you can say. So that's just the top 64 pricing along with the participation cards. Next, we have the juice, the absolute spice. Top 8, I'm not pretty sure, you're going to make bank for top 8. Because these Rush Attack Vegetas are going to be just money, man. Like, this, in my opinion, is the best card. Well, the best Z Battle card, hands down, in the game. I wouldn't say best card in the game. Best Z Battle card, hands down, in the game, is going to go to this Rush Attack Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which top 8 is going to be fortunate enough to have it. Followed by the top 2 cards are going to have the 3-drop Super Saiyan Blue, Son Goku, Evolved Defender, super cool, and a championship card once again. I'm telling you guys, if you guys didn't believe me, this is Bandai telling you what I said twice. Because for Nats, you're gonna get a Gogeta leader if you win, and then if you win this event, you're going to get the Gogeta Z battle card. Without saying anything else, just know that by the time Nats comes, if you are confused that Gogeta was the best deck in the format right now by Nats after set releases and everything, you guys will have no questions in your mind. It will be hands down that Gogeta will be the best deck. Yeah, that's all I can say. So you guys are probably asking yourself, this event so plus. There is one catch. It is like it says in the title, a Zenkai Cup. So it's only Zenkai cards. Now you guys are probably gonna be like, no, let's not do this. Let's go bully Bandai like we did last time for the fest events and get it changed. But I don't think it's gonna work this time. The reason why I don't think it's gonna work this time is because of the way they set up the tournament structure, right? So for a tournament, we have the very first, it's three different ways you can build your deck. The first way, you can only use cards. Well, I guess it's all leading into the same thing. But the first point they want to point out was that cards from the following products get set, right? So the cards that they're referring to are anything, obviously, from the Zenkai Series 1 set, which is going to be the Dawn of the Z Legends. Whether it's the premium pack, whether it is the actual set itself. Really good cards. It's going to be looking forward to making it because there's a lot of good in-theme cards that, for instance, like decks like Bardock, you're not gonna have realistically as much as a problem as you will in a regular tournament because you're not playing against Trunks Gogeta, or Trunks Vegeta. You're not playing against a lot of decks that give you those, hey, I don't have berry kind of things. Yes, you have the Sin, which is kind of gonna be problematic, but you're not playing against stuff like that. There's other decks as well that's gonna hurt, but you have more of a chance to compete. Decks like that. So we have the first starter deck. So the thing that is different that was not the same last year was it's not just the exclusive cards. So all these cards pictured right now are the cards that come in the starter deck. Now, a card such as Unbreakable Son Goku, cards such as Radix that are not releasing the Zenkai, but releasing the starter decks are legal for this format. These are the only exception to the cards when they're talking about Zenkai Series. Well, the first clause of extensions are going to be cards such as the Determined, Super Saiyan Son Goku, all the way down to the Eddie and the Gates. These cards, even though not included in Zenkai once again, were included in the starter decks, so they're going to be available. Same thing with the blue ones, right? So the blue ones, we know for a fact, like Senzu Bean's a set 1 card, Godsend is a set 10, but it doesn't matter. The fact that these cards were included in the Zenkai structure decks itself means it's going to be legal for the Zenkai Cup. So it's really cool. Godsend is going to be able to be played. You have Vegeta Super Combo. You have Senzu Bean. It's going to be super annoying because as we go into the format, you're going to see there's going to be a red-blue deck. Cooler is going to be legal. This is just for a shot in the future. It's going to be annoying that they have Senzu Bean, and it's going to be really a hassle to deal with. We have Gotenks. Gotenks, once again, same thing, same concept. It's all the new Zenkai cards, including all of the old stuff starting from the Gohan all the way down to the Eddie Gates. Then we have the reboot Kid Goku 8. Really solid deck once again. In this format especially, it's cool. I'm not sure it will be successful as it would be in a regular format because there's a lot of cards you won't have access to. But really cool deck. If you guys want to play, you guys want to play it, man. You guys already know my thoughts on the best yellow deck on the format. So next, we're going to have that's going to be legal for this event. It's not just those starter decks. It's not just the cards from the Zenkai Series deck. It's also Zenkai Series logo cards from the following products. It's going to be the anniversary set. Now, you guys are probably wondering, okay, cool. When does the anniversary set come out? It'll be out before this set comes out. And what cards are referring to are these cards specifically that are pictured on the screen. They're not done with the announcements yet, with the reveal announcements yet. But we know all the cards are going to be out. We just might not. Yeah, let me say it. Yeah, we just might not know the text for these cards, but here they are, the cards that are pictured. I do not believe this Beerus, or not this Beerus, excuse me, this Dispo is revealed. I don't believe some of these cards, most of these cards are already revealed. Here are the rest of them. We have this, I don't believe this was revealed yet. You guys are going to love this one. The Janemba, which people are really going for. You're going to love this one. This is going to help out the Beerus deck. Just a heads up for you Beerus lovers. And then what they're referring to specifically when they say it is Zenkai promo right here, when it says the Zenkai Series logo are this exact logo right here that says Zenkai on these expansion pack cards. So this is gonna be the sell Unending Despair. You guys are probably gonna see this today, on the actual Facebook site, which is really cool. Gives life to the technically card that was banned because you couldn't use it because we had no yellow cell leader, but now this actually makes the green leader technically yellow for the turn. So you can now use that card, the one that you played in Cell Surge. Now, next, we're going to have a couple of leaders you can use. Now, this is really cool because now Bandai says, hey, yes, we understand you may want to use old leaders, and they're giving you that option. The only thing is, they wanted to make it balanced, but realistically speaking, there's a glitch you can do because it says a minimum. The way I read this, I know a lot of people are getting confused. The way I'm reading it's a minimum of 15 Zenkai Series cards total between your main deck and Z deck. And then it's talking about these leaders. So I don't think you'll be able to play the set 18 deck like Sin or Gogeta and just play old cards and just have a minimum of 15. I'm pretty sure they're referring to only these reboots, which we're going to get into. Really quick before we get into it, the way you glitch it, if you want to play just your deck and do the bare minimum, fill your Z deck up with 7 cards. Just fill up with 7 cards. Make sure it's legal though. So if you want to play something like Vegeta, right, but you do not want to play any of the new stuff, fill your Z deck up with 7 cards, and then that only leaves you with 8 more cards that you need to fill in your main board itself, which is going to be really solid instead of trying to jam in 15 cards. So the very first one we already saw it is going to be the Vegeta. This is going to be legal. Once again, the way you got to build these decks, you have to have a minimum at least 15 Zenkai Series cards total between your main deck and your Z deck. So we have the Vegeta leader. On the website itself, it's listed in text, and there's a lot of leaders to go through. So I went back and did the homework for you guys. So I've been playing this game since set 1. Since it came on and release, I've been playing this game. So I know all these leaders that they're talking about. But Vegeta, really cool. That Z leader that you guys didn't see, I'll probably make a video on that, talk about each specific deck. But this deck is going to be really solid just based off the Z leader itself. Really helpful support that they long and desperately needed. Next deck is going to be this Blue Majin Buu from set 6. Really interesting. I'm not gonna say good. Really interesting leader that came out on its release, but never really saw any takeoff. Right. Then we're gonna have this critical set 7 Broly, followed by this Son Goku, the Kaioken turning the tide. Then a fan favorite Hatchak is back in action because they do have some support, which is gonna be really annoying to play against. Honestly, this deck is gonna be really annoying to play against as well because pretty much they're going to play cooler as is with 4 new cards. The reason why I say with 4 new cards is, realistically speaking, that new Chilled is a 4 of, right? So all you have to jam, well, technically, you don't even have to jam in 4 new cards. You can play your deck as is because those 4 new cards you're going to have, you'll have 4 Z battle cards as well as, yeah, you need 4 new, I guess, Zenkai cards that maybe you didn't want to put in, but now you're going to be forced to put in. But it's only 4 cards you have to put in because once again, you have 7 Z battle cards. You'll have your 4 chills, which is going to be a staple in my opinion, in a cooler deck, as well as only 4 cards that you have to fit in this. So it's going to be a really solid contender for this format. We'll have the hit reboot. I saw the Unison. Unison was really cool. It helps you self-awaken by redirecting attacks to your leader. Super cool leader. Let's see what it does. Like I said, once again, I'm going to make a video on these cards, and hopefully we'll be able to make a tier list and just help you guys out deck by deck, see which one's better to play. Beers, I don't think you guys saw it yet. It's going to be a Whis Z battle card, which is going to help this guy. It's going to be really cool. The effect is going to be cool. I'm just going to say it like that. We have the Peel Off. Peel Off is a fan favorite. Shout out to my boy Robbie Rizzi. I know Robbie Rizzi loved this deck for the longest, so maybe he will be excited when he sees this. Zamasu, Jonathan Rodriguez. I remember destroyed me in the finals with this. I was playing for Jax. Really solid deck. Looking forward to the reveal for this because it's going to be a good one. Son Goku, a lot of people, not to name any names, thought it was his best deck in the format when Jax was out. But hey, here's a chance to prove it because it's back in a Zenkai Cup that you can play. Time to see what's up, man. We have this Genyu leader, set 10. We have set 10 Gotenks, yellow Gotenks, guys. So it's going to be really interesting because this is a deck that I'm going to look at because in my opinion, this will probably be close to being the best yellow deck in the actual format. But like I said, once again, I'm gonna just rank these guys and tell you guys the pros and cons. Because all of these decks, realistically speaking, are gonna have a lot of pros and cons going into the format. For instance, like High Cooler, you don't have to do a Quetzalcoatl, which is gonna be super super annoying in my opinion. Oof, we have the upgrade of the OG Red Gogeta from set 6, I believe it was. We have the set 11 Gogeta. Really, really solid. Has inherent double strike on the Awakened side. It's super similar to the new Gogeta, except you play your one drops not through like arrivals. You're just literally hard casting them, or you're going to have your Union Fusion or Union Protara, as I believe it was. What is it called? No, it's Union. It's Union Skill. It's gonna be Union Fusion, I believe. It's when you send cards from your hand to the drop. So it's gonna be really really solid. Yeah. Let me stop right there. Then we have another fan favorite, the Vegeta and Bibbidi leader, aka Majin Vegeta himself is back. If you guys don't feel like dealing with all the BS in the format, why not slap the aggro deck again and then destroy them before they can have time to stop you? Really, really cool. We have SS4 Vegeta Ramp is back, guys. You guys thought, okay, cool. Yes, we have the Ramp Coup. That's the name of it. It's Ramp Coup, guys. We have Ramp Coup, so there's no reason to play SS4 Vegeta. But guess what? In this format, there is a reason to play SS4 Vegeta. Let me not say that. But you have new cards to play with SS4 Vegeta. You're missing a lot of your cards that you need for this. But guess what? Once again, all you have to do for a deck like this, you still have access to UI. You still have access to your Realm of the Gods. All you have to do is fill up your Z deck and then put 8 cards from the new set into your deck, and you're good to go. So you play your deck pretty much as is, baby. Then we have Return of Black. Nah, I'm trolling, guys. Don't play Black. But we do have Son Goku. Really, really cool. Has some support. Let's wait until the set where Black cards gain that power boost that we need, and it is coming soon. So stay tuned for that one. Then we have Janemba. Yeah, don't get your hopes up. The Z leader is cool, but yeah, we have Janemba. We have Whis. Whis, in my opinion, is the original Trunks Vegeta leader. The guys that did play this deck, you guys know, you guys will do your homework when you actually go back to fight yellow decks. It's a plethora of yellow. I forgot about this one. This one is legal too. So this one might actually be also a really, really good contender along with yellow gold tanks to play with. We have Frieza Pod. Oh, we got a God, that's crazy. I made these slides and I forgot about all the yellow decks that I put in here. This is gonna be really, really solid, especially with time rules, man. Once we get the format down, if it's best of one free side, hey, it is what it is, right? We're doing what we gotta do. But don't forget, this deck is most likely gonna have more life than you, so you better put damage and you better put damage out quick because they're gonna flip their life over and then they can start doing shenanigans. Just like we're gonna talk at an in deep dive in these decks so you guys can understand how they play. But this is a deck to watch out for because of the gimmick of flipping life first before actually losing a life. Then we have Son Gohan. I wish this was the Trunks Vegeta, but yeah, we have Son Gohan. Cool. Then we have U7 Gohan. I saw this. I'm like, wow, there's actually gonna be decks that are trying to push other people's you know what in, because these decks, the difference between the Gogeta and the Sin, these decks can play old cards. You see what I'm saying? When I say old cards, I'm talking about the old cards that are not included in the starter deck itself. Actual cards like Violent Race to stop the new card, to stop new decks such as Sin and Gogeta. But then when I saw this, I'm like, man, this is probably the hands down best not U7, but like red deck out in the format that's not the new stuff. And then I went to the next leader. Oh, excuse me, not the next leader, but you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna skip through it. And I saw U7 Goku. I'm like, what? U7 Goku's legal too? And it hit me, oh yeah, they had that new Android 18 card that's gonna be a negate. It's gonna be really, really solid. So let's go back. We got too excited. Then we have Green Majin Buu. This is a deck I believe which is super, super. You see how this is unadulterated? I believe it was super underrated. The reason why I believe this deck was super underrated was because when it was discovered, a lot of decks can have the negative ability. This deck is good, guys. Like I don't want to like underplay it. This was a solid brain deck that a lot of people didn't realize was good until it was too late. I think a lot of people started flocking to it super, super later. Like there's a handful of guys that realized its potential, but then when it got really, really popular, I want to say U7 was like a thing. Like U7 was going to come out, and we saw all the negative abilities, and even before that, the negative ability with Jiren and all that good stuff, and it just wasn't going well for Majin Buu. But Majin Buu in a format where you're not really able to neg is really, really solid. So I would stay really, really vigilant because you have a deck that does neg this format in not just U7, but as well as Cooler. And we do not have access to what you guys saw Cooler once again. So really, really solid deck, in my opinion. The only thing that it struggles against is against decks that have the ability to neg power itself. We have Blue Kaba. Shout out to Blue Kaba. But not only do we have Blue Kaba from U6, but we also have Kel from U6 coming in and just coming out just like she did in the show. So then we have another fan favorite, Zamasu. Zamasu with the Z Wish leader that you guys saw. Yeah, you guys saw. You guys, it's already revealed. The Z leader card for this deck's already revealed. Really, really solid. It's gonna be fun to see what people do with this deck. Actually, honestly speaking. Then we have the Bora, and it's just the Bora next. And we have Toa, and then it's just Toa next. And then we have, alright, in all seriousness, we do have the Bora, and we do have Toa. I'm just trolling you guys. Then we do have Baby Vegeta. This is really, really cool deck. I believe this is the starter deck itself. Shout out to my boy Justin Rios. Took the W with this deck. It does have support, and it has been getting low-key support here and there. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see what this does, because it does have the power to OTK if you're playing X decks, because it's going to be a wide range of decks. So be very vigilant on what this deck can and cannot do. Because once again, decks like this can utilize older cards that are not just Zenkai Series. Then we have the starter deck Frieza itself. Good Frieza that never really took off. Yeah, hand instruction, there's always the next best hand instruction deck to play. But in this specific format, I want to say this is the closest to pure hand instruction as you get. That's not the Cell starter deck when you're just playing Cell. You see what I'm saying? Like 7-drop Cell. So really, really good. We have an upcoming Riser and a Mass Saiyan reboot. So we have Crit City Deck Online coming to you really soon. Look at that hand right there. Hand sitting there with that double strike crit B. Then we have Mr. Topo himself trying to lock you out for those anti-meta players. Wanting to just play Topo and sit on there. Wanting to play something like a Slug, and then, you know what I'm saying, since you only can play one battle card per turn with your Unison, they play it. And then you play something like a Prideful Vegeta, and it gets rested. So now you have a battle card to turn on your Slug. That's just me. Then you have the return of the ultimate life form himself. And we mentioned him when we talk on the Frieza deck, Cell. Cell is in this bad boy, coming in clean with a new promo that we showed off earlier that makes your your leader yellow in order to play. I think it's the parasitic Cell, the one that was in Cell Surge. You guys know what I'm talking about. The one that you put under your leader, you can take a life and draw a card. Then we have, I believe this was one of the first reveals of the actual expansion pack. It was the Broly leader itself, the 30k. I got excited, and I saw it was just Broly, not Dark Broly. I'm like, ugh. Hopefully we get that reboot soon, and then we'll do some magic from there. But with that being said, guys, this is everything that we have. Once again, a quick recap for people who are watching this and not looking. I'm just scrolling through the pictures of leaders that you can play. We'll most likely do a video talking about which leaders are going to have the advantage this format itself, because there's a lot of solid leaders that people weren't playing in, took a break during, and just skipped this entire format and then found out. So with that being said, looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Do me a huge favor before we go. Hit that like button, hit that like, thumbs up, and then subscribe, and then hit that notification bell for me. Thank you guys so much. We will see you guys next time.